Hello and welcome to this tutorial on sending alarms and SMSs within the Redline Crimson 3 software. In this scenario today we're going to utilise our 7-inch graphite colour HMI and our 3G cell card, which will be mounted on the back of that HMI. So first things first, we need to nominate the device that we're connecting to. The Redline range is very powerful, so today we're going to pick the RS232 port. I'm going to just pick off a Panasonic PLC to make life nice and easy. We'll also assume that we've got a power meter running under Modbus comms. So we'll pick off Modbus TCP/IP master. We need to rename each of these devices. So we'll call this one Panasonic, and we'll call this one power meter. You'll see where that naming convention kicks in shortly. The typical default settings are usually correct. In the Panasonic case, we change our drop number to 1. If you had an RS485 network or similar, you choose the network and add in multiple devices as needed. So when you click on the device itself, on the protocol itself, you can go add additional device, and then we can have multiples in there. So for today, let's undo those. Now, once we've set up our communications, assuming they're all correct and active, we do need to enable our network. Otherwise this won't work at all. So 1.20 is the default. In this particular case, if we were to use the web server, that would be our address that we'd click into to monitor remotely this HMI as well. So today's all about messages. So if we have a look at our contacts, so edit contacts, let's put in there Rob. And we'll also put in here maintenance. Oops, a daisy. So this allows you to have multiples of emails and SMSs. So we could put Rob in there. We could also put a mobile number. We use the international syntax, so 61, drop the 0. Put some random numbers for today. And then maintenance might be a maintenance email. So in this particular case, you'll see we've got two names created or contacts. One that's got an email address and a mobile number, and just maintenance that's purely got email. So the system's clever enough that if you've got both separated with a semicolon, it'll actually send both an email and a text message, which is fantastic and very simple to set up. Let's enable our manage system here, email manager. So we can give it a generic name. So let's say it's a pump station. We go to SMTP, so our simple mail transfer protocol. We enable that. If you know the dynamic name, the fixed name, so mail.bigpond, or if it's a fixed IP address, you enter that here. So this is really dependent on who the ISP is that you're referring to. So for today, we'll just make up a random number. The domain name, if you need it, Telstra, for example, you do not need to put a domain name in there. The reverse path, this does not allow me to send emails back to the device, but it does allow those emails, if they were to be returned, to go to somebody in particular. So let's say we wanted the emails, if they were to be returned, to go back to maintenance, so we can type that in there. We'll enable our SMS transport mechanism, so that allows both emails and SMSs. So now we've configured our comms to our devices. We've configured under Mail Manager our contacts and our email server and our SMS protocol. The next step is to add our 3G card. We pick off the driver, so in this particular case we'll set it as a modem client. We'll leave this as default for today. These settings will vary depending on your carrier, and you can contact us for more details on that later on. Let's go to data tags. We'll create a numeric tag and a flag tag. Our flag tags are our on-off tags, and numeric obviously being both integers, double integers, or floating point. We'll pick the numeric value as our power meter. Now the driver's very clever. The software detects that the driver was Modbus, so it automatically details what registers are available. So let's assume that for today it's holding register 1. And for our flag tag, we'll pick off the Panasonic PLC, and we'll assume that it's an X input. Now we configure our alarms. So you've got multiple tabs which will be covered in future tutorials. For today we'll focus on alarms. So let's say a data absolute high, that'll be the better one. Let's go alarm high. The value, so let's say we want a value greater than 95%. We generally will set our accept to automatic, and the reason for that is if an alarm occurs and is not acknowledged, another email or SMS will not be sent if it's set to manual. By setting to automatic, we will then automatically send a new email or a new SMS upon that alarm condition reoccurring. Now if we click on our mail too, you'll now notice that we've got both Rob and maintenance as our two options. So if this particular alarm was more relevant to the machinery manufacturer, we might say Rob. If this alarm was more applicable to the client, then we would send the alarm to the client. Or you can do it to both. So we'll set that back to automatic. We'll set this one to maintenance. And it's as easy as that. Thank you for listening.